Hello and welcome to all Top 5s. YouTube is filled with uplifting, educational and entertaining content, some questionable stuff, and then there's the downright weird and disturbing side. Some of it is intentional to give something of a shock reaction, but there are some channels that seem to be genuinely unusual and disturbing. Here are a mixture of 5 that I personally find very unsettling indeed. Number 5. Smile With Me. First up is one you may have heard of. Smile With Me is a mysterious YouTube channel with only 11 uploads over the space of nearly 3 years. The channel description is simply, "Nothing stays the same." Other than that, there's no more information. The last upload was 6 months ago, called Retrograde, and features 20 seconds of a distorted hand and stretched background shape punctuated by a few seconds of black silence, all to an unsettling, droning backing track. The video description reads "Rigs and prize", then some unintelligible code, and "no one dies". The first thing that springs to mind is an interpretation of retrograde amnesia perhaps, but that's a little too easy and vague, plus amnesia doesn't quite cover how creepy the video is. Even less clear is 111 AAA Boost, uploaded on the 4th of November 2014. The title means nothing to me and there's no description, but the video is mainly underwater-like sounds with a flashing, water-distorted light overhead, before it cuts to black with a strange flickering grey bar at the top of the screen. Some believe it could be to do with drowning, but who knows? There is something of a theme to the videos though. Aside from all being in black and white, recurring characters and themes seem to come up in many of them. There are visual references to an eye that seems to be frantically watching, a creepy masked jester that some believe to be the antagonist of this series of videos, and a door that needs to be opened. Whether this is an ARG, that's an alternate reality game, or simply someone trying to weird out people on YouTube, it's definitely got a dark, creepy sort of tone. And, at the time of this video, there aren't that many subscribers, so there's not a lot of commenting yet, discussing the themes or symbolism or meaning. Who knows? Maybe the words hold clues. Maybe the symbolism tells a story. Maybe there are hidden Morse code words or subliminal images. Or maybe it's just a random mishmash of creepy stuff. All I know is that it's a bizarre YouTube channel that seems to know what it's doing. Number 4. Benjamin Bennett. So now onto something completely weird in a completely different way. Starting on the 28th of July 2014, Benjamin Bennett streamed live on YouTube 4 hours of himself sitting in a meditative position and smiling at the camera. He has repeated this feat every couple of weeks for the past 3 years, and continues to do so, releasing nothing else on his channel. Yes, every single one of the 278 streams filmed so far, and counting, contains 4 hours of Benjamin sitting and smiling with no breaks, no interruptions, no camera tricks, nothing. Despite his quiet nature and refusal to do interviews or answer questions sent to him, he seems to pursue this hobby as an endurance challenge that also doubles as performance art. In one interview he did give with Vice Media, he said, "There isn't really a purpose. My inbox is full of people asking me why I'm doing this, but I don't think that question is really applicable to this type of activity." Well, whether you agree with that or not, Benjamin certainly has a talent for doing it. So that's slightly creepy by itself, yes, but there have been a couple of instances of extremely odd things happening during these streams, and Benjamin's lack of reaction or explanation makes it very strange indeed. On Sitting and Smiling number 52 from early 2015, about 2 hours and 47 minutes into the video, it's quite clear that Benjamin has actually urinated, and the pool of liquid begins to spread out from under him and stains his sock over time. There's no visible response to wetting himself, or any kind of movement, and he continues to sit there as the urine begins to dry out over the following hour and a quarter. Even stranger was something that happened in Sitting and Smiling number 5. Again, around 2.5 hours into another successful 4-hour sit and smile, you can begin to hear noises from outside the room, and the door opens.
Hello?
In the description on this video, Benjamin, who again didn't stop his performance at all for the interruption, states, "I hear someone come into the house, which is odd because my only housemate is at work and we aren't expecting anyone. I hear the person stealthily moving around the house and then I hear them stealthily climbing the stairs towards my room. My door opens and I hear an unfamiliar voice say, 'Hello?' Then, after presumably seeing me sitting still and smiling in front of a camera, he promptly descends the stairs and exits the house. As it turns out, the doors were locked and he had broken one open. We found nothing missing as there is not really anything of value in the house other than the laptop I was using to webcast."
Hello?
There's even the odd occasion when his composure actually breaks. In Sitting and Smiling number 257, for example, the smile breaks around the 3-hour mark after some strange sounds, and he cries. His eyes and nose running with sobs before returning to smiling again. So creepy, and it gets people commenting that he may be doing this under duress. Who knows? So this all really unsettles me. The fact that a criminal broke into his house and stomped around, even opening the door and speaking, and Benjamin didn't lose his composure or even react or respond at all, is just strange. Even wetting himself and breaking down in tears, he continues through to the 4-hour mark as if nothing had happened. Some might call it super committed, but I see it as a reckless pursuit of perfection, at the cost of his own well-being. Either way, even though we have a face and a name, it's definitely one of the most mysterious and baffling YouTube channels around. Number 3. Meat Sleep. This is where things get really dark. Meat Sleep, also simply called Meat, is a channel set up on YouTube on 28th of March 2014. Within 2 years, it had amassed nearly 18,000 subscribers and had a total of 91 videos on the channel. It has some relation to 4chan boards, and each video contains strange images, footage, noises, warped music, and the occasional jump scare. Some were extremely short, some were much longer, but all were disturbing in their own way and very confusing as to what message they were trying to portray. There are many references to sewn kin, which, when the letters are rearranged, spells out new skin. Many videos were deleted, sometimes even within minutes after releasing them. The followers of these videos fervently analysed every frame and message for hidden meaning or a coherent theme, and some strong theories began to unfold. People began to believe that multiple people from across the world were contributing to the Meat Sleep channel's content based on the varying locations of the videos, such as Canada and Japan. Some believed the owner of Meat Sleep was a serial killer cannibal who would stalk and kidnap victims and was revealing this slowly on YouTube in secret messages as part of some sick game. Having seen some of the videos, I can definitely see why this theory came up. Again, the ARG, or alternate reality game, theory came up, where new videos were the result of player actions. Finally, some believed that it all began as a harmless prank designed to spook people that went wrong, and the makers began to feel pressure to capture and torture real victims and put them into flashes in the videos. Interestingly, in January 2016, the Meat Sleep YouTube channel was reported to Anonymous, a vigilante activist network. Within a week, every video on the channel was taken down, and a single video called No More was put up instead. This video is a short computer text simulation with distorted music playing. This text, in slightly uncomfortable, creepy fashion, seems to explain Meat Sleep and the associated sewn kin. It was run by 11 people in 8 countries on 4 continents, and the roll of a die decided everything. Who would film, who would edit, who would choose audio, what the subject would be, the backstory of the channel, etc, etc, etc. All of this was randomised through die rolls, and the options for furthering the story were taken directly from comments on the YouTube videos and forum discussions. For example, if a roll was an even number, they would suppress that theory in the next video, but if it was an odd number, they would further the story along that theory's lines. So, in the end, it was a sort of ARG, where the fanbase unwittingly were telling the story. But, as the text signs off, even though it was a fun game to begin, people started harassing each other and the Meat Sleep channel in comments, messages, and real-world threats. It goes on to apologise and state that it's over and will be stopped forever. So it seems this channel, which was once mysterious and terrifying, wound up revealing its hand and erasing itself from YouTube entirely. But while it was going, it was popular, dark and engaging, telling a story about a cannibal serial killer in true gritty techno-horror fashion. And the videos are still disturbing to watch nowadays. Number 2. RG Jubilee. Now my second position goes to RG Jubilee, a little known YouTube channel with only 734 subscribers at the time of recording this video. It is run by and features an elderly woman called Rosalie Graziano, who has over 200 videos uploaded since August 2011 and still uploads relatively regularly. The entire channel is filled with long animated storytelling videos, both 2D and 3D, with many real-life puppet demonstrations and vlogs too. Rosalie, through her videos, portrays a lot of messages about Christianity, showing she's fairly devout, and some more political opinions on terrorism, abortion, and so on. She claims to be a professional, famous animator who wants to share her knowledge with the world via YouTube. It's not hard to argue that a lot of effort has gone into some of the videos on the RG Jubilee channel, but the results are always deeply unsettling. Whether it's this 2D animation she created to go along with a children's sing-along CD, or this claymation from way back in 1991. Or demonstrations of her animatronic collection. Or commentary on how things are made these days.
The way they make stuff today. They say that recycling is good for the planet, but I just don't get it. What was recycled this turn?
Or a slightly unintelligible story about froggies. Or 3D animation test runs about a religious quest.
The horror of destiny. Don't look so gleam. Don't they know? You're gonna have all the money in the world soon.
What makes this channel so disturbing for me, apart from the distorted voices, jaunty, sometimes out-of-place music and rap songs, the terrifying visuals and unusual titles, is that it all seems to be coming from a genuine creative place. Rosalie creates these videos with a positive, cheery outlook with a desire to entertain and share her creations, but somehow the drawings and animations become creepy and the voices are often distorted beyond comprehension. Now, sadly, some hurtful people in the comments on RG Jubilee's videos have left abusive messages about her skill as an animator, or indeed disparaging even her mental health. I want to point out that I'm not laughing at these videos or saying that mental health difficulties are funny to watch, so let's be civil, polite and respectful of the channel. Whatever the reason for these videos being the way they are, it's still a thoroughly unusual channel filled with strange things, the likes of which I've never seen elsewhere. And the fact that it's not just a hoax account made to weird people out like so many of the other ones, kind of makes it all the more unsettling.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches.
Number 1. Nana825763. Also known as Piropito, Nana is the name of a Japanese animator's YouTube channel, and boy is it weird. He has almost 150,000 subscribers and nearly 100 videos, and it's the content of these videos that is mind-boggling. Perhaps the most famous piece of work done by Nana is Username 666, with 10.5 million views nearly. It features the screen of someone searching YouTube for the username 666 and hitting refresh over and over again. As it goes on, strange noises start up and the browser gets darker with more and more errors. Eventually, channel 666 shows up, and Nana clicks on a video. The result is something seemingly demonic, gory, and downright nightmarish. No matter how many times he tries to click away or turn the browser off, the video keeps playing and infesting his browser, stopping him shutting down his PC. I've genuinely had nightmares like this. Other videos on the channel include Piropito walking around his house at night filming and providing subtitles of increasingly stained and decrepit furnishings, filthy dolls and seemingly bloody, twisted bodies of his family in bed, the bath and all manner of otherworldly things covering the walls and the floor. Luckily, all of this unnerving footage was set up, as shown in a making of video sometime later. But that just begs the question even more. Why did this man make such an effort to completely deface his house and possessions just for a YouTube video? It's seriously creepy stuff. Many of Nana's other videos contain weird animations, violent imagery, puppet stories, and strangely upbeat music. In fact, there's an entire playlist dedicated to his meticulous ant diaries, featuring ants laying eggs and even a queen, all in a homemade ant farm, including building demonstrations, again, all with upbeat music and subtitles. Creepily though, his dolls often make an unexplained appearance, sometimes with blood-stained mouths. Finally, he's begun a Minecraft Let's Play, with lots of editing, subtitles, and seemingly no weird dolls or disturbing animations. Just Minecraft with innocent commentary and cutesy thumbnails. However, as of this video, he's still midway through his first Minecraft adventure, so who knows if there's some hidden message waiting to be deciphered, or a dark, creepy future to the series that he has planned. I just can't quite get my head around Nana's channel. Ooh, and that's it from All Top 5s for this week. Please remember to be civil when posting comments and discussing these channels. You can hit the like button if you liked it, you can hit the subscribe button to subscribe, or you can click the Patreon button to support All Top 5s on Patreon. So peace and love to each and every one of you, and I'll see you all next time on All Top 5s.